Hello everyone, the Tyrannical Cuber here, and today we're going to be talking about the ideal way to set up the GAN Air SM. And this method actually was shared to me by Felix Zemdex himself. Yep, took a lot of annoying emails to finally get him to respond. But he did, and now I know what his setup was for his 4.73 world record. And the only reason he's not using the GAN Air SM anymore is because GAN is forcing him to use his new cube, their new cubes. But nothing really beats this setup of the GAN Air SM. And this will guarantee your times to improve greatly. And yeah, Felix said to me himself that this is the best cube. A properly set up GAN Air SM like this, was the best cube that he's ever tried. And he said that improved his times greatly, and like after he got the new cubes, yeah, sure, he was still fast, of course, but he said he'd be a lot faster if he still used this setup of the GAN Air SM. And without further ado, let's dive right in. So, the secret is, like, you know these GS nuts that GAN gives us? Well, you know how they're different colors? Well, conveniently, each one corresponds to a side of the cube. This is not a coincidence. They say that you should keep spring tension even, and that and by using all the same color will do that. However, the real way to set up a GAN Air SM is to put the GS nut in each cube should be the corresponding color. Like orange should go to orange, clear should go to white, red should go to red. None of this all green nonsense. No. So we're just going to open these up, and let's start the setup. Okay. These are notoriously hard to open, but that's all part of GAN's scheme. You see, they want them to be hard to open, and they intentionally packed these GE nuts in two of them to make people too lazy to use this method. And so what we're going to do first is remove all the center caps, of course. And take this tensioning tool out. And so, as you can see right now, I have all green GS nuts in. And this is bad. This is really bad. Like, there's a reason GAN used all these different colors. And it was not to give us, like if you put all reds in, the cube becomes completely useless. So obviously, there's some sort of purpose to the red GS nuts, and this is it. And so first, let's take care of the white side. And this can only be done on the GAN Air SM. GAN removed this this really glorious and best functionality on their new cubes because they didn't want those cubes to be too OP. And yeah, so that they only come with 3 different colors of GES nuts, which is really unfortunate. And it just doesn't work like the GAN Air SM with this setup. Like, I mean, I haven't personally tried it yet, but you know, Felix is a very reliable source, and so we're gonna make it so that this is pretty much even, like with the little screw jut out piece. That looks pretty even to me. And let's put the center cap back on. Now let's go for the orange side. And like, if GAN didn't remove this functionality for their other cubes, they'd be so much better. Just saying. And you know, I'm not even resetting this up. I'm just putting in the GES nuts. And I don't know what the results are gonna be. Actually, I kind of do know what the results are gonna be, because, well, Felix told me what the results are gonna be. They're gonna be glorious. And so I'm fully expecting to just straight up get a PB. Like that's how glorious Felix said the setup was. Like, yeah, I know I'm citing Felix a lot, not basing this on my own experience and and a lot of people's experiences, but you know, it's Felix. He's gotten multiple world records, and he's just like the god of speed cubing, and so he's definitely a reliable source. Okay, loosen that a bit. Okay, it's pretty even. Like, the GAN Air SM is just such a special cube because you can do this. I mean, I don't know how I haven't thought of this before. Like, it's just so intuitive. Like, obviously, GAN made these colors so that you could be able to do this. It was so obvious. It was hiding right underneath my nose for all this time. And yeah. And alright, yeah. I'm just realizing that I'm rambling a lot, so if you want to skip through all this rambling to the actual, like, important part, I put a timestamp somewhere up there, and probably have it put on before this little bit, but just warning you, this might take a while, and I'm gonna do a lot of rambling. But like this is just gonna be this is just gonna be amazing, like, because, like, you know, Felix said so, and when it comes to speed cubing, Felix knows best. Like, he really does. Like, and I know some of you might take this to the comments section, like, no, you're being an idiot. GAN just made those colors just to, like, you know, fool you, just to, like, you know, correspond to the size of the color, because it's cubing, not actually to, you know, tell you to do this. But to that, I respond, no. And you may also say, no, that's just false. And you may also say, then, why did they make the purple GES nuts? Well, a lot of their actions are in the design, especially with the design of these hard-to-open boxes, and the advertising on their product, and all the YouTubers that they've paid off to say to use the same GES nuts for all sides, that all this is more proof that GAN is just concealing this secret. And so the purple GES nuts, okay. Purple GES nuts are another strategy to throw us off. Like, the color purple isn't on the cube, but then why is it a GES nut? It's just to throw us off. Like, some people just see purple and they're like, okay, obviously. And purple, is the fastest. It's the fastest of the least tense, the fastest of the GES nuts. People say that it's really uncontrollable. And this is a trap, because, like people said, like, it's so fast that it's uncontrollable. That's bad, because you want to be able to control the cube. And they say that it's the fastest, so people will naturally want to put it in, because, you know, it's the fastest. And it's the only one where none of the sides are purple. GAN's just trying to trick us. But now, in this video, we're going through this trickery. We are exposing GAN for what it truly is. They make good cubes, but then they disguise the functionality. They disguise how it's actually meant to be used. And so we are going to spread the word how to use a GAN Air SM and let people break some PBs. And let's just put this last blue in there. And we all set after this, and get ready for some first turns, and then a solve. Okay. Just maybe a little bit more. And I'd say that's pretty even. Okay. Now that we have the GAN Air SM set up ideally to the specifications of Felix Zemdegs himself, let's do some first turns. Oh, this feels amazing. Oh, I can already feel the cubing power flowing through it already. That's like the fastest, those are like the fastest T and J perms I've ever done. Oh, this really is how you're meant to set up the GAN Air SM. It's just corner cutting. Oh, 45 degrees, easy. Oh, this is amazing. Reverse corner cutting. Oh, line to line, no problem. That's just regular corner. Yeah, this is just amazing. Oh yeah, and stuff. And you may say, oh, well, what about the red and orange edge sides? Those are obviously going to be really hard to turn because of the spring compressions. Well, boom. It's not hard to turn at all. This is just amazing. Yeah, you guys should definitely do this. Okay, this just feels amazing. There's no other word to describe it. It's beyond words. This is just pure glory itself. Okay, yeah, I'm ready to set a PB with this. And now, okay, let's jump into first solve. And yeah, of course, I'm going to change the camera angle because I really do not feel like solving like this. And yeah, I'll be back with my first solve. This is going to be first solve. Using a stack map because Wi-Fi is being pathetic. I have a little timer up here, somewhere around there probably. Okay, let's go. Yes! 3.64. It's close to a world record. Okay, everyone, back for my first solve, and this is amazing. I almost beat the world record. Stuff I usually do. Like that solve was great. This cube is great. That wasn't even really that lucky. I mean, that was just a random scramble from Chow Timer, which I have on my phone, and that was amazing. You guys should definitely all do this. I mean, I just almost got a world record. I mean, like, I almost beat the world record. I'm bringing this to my next comp, and I'm gonna get number 1. I'm gonna set like the state record. You know, just being glorious. People are gonna be like begging. People are gonna ask me like, "Whoa, you were going like 12 to 14 seconds at the last comp," if they even remember me, because admittedly before this cube I wasn't really that good, but now, you know, you're gonna get a world record. And so they're gonna go up to me, they're gonna be like, "Okay, yeah, how do you get this fast?" And I'm gonna say, you know, it's all the cube. It's the GAN Air SM. You gotta learn how to set it up correctly, and then immediately your times will improve. And I have a video on it, and just gonna do some self-advertising. And yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna say to them. And they're gonna see it, and they're gonna if they don't have a GAN Air SM, they're gonna get one. And if they do have a GAN Air SM, they're gonna set it up correctly like this, and they're gonna start setting some PBs. So yeah, this cube is just amazing. Now this is my new main. I mean, I know I spent a lot of time setting up this Vol 3M, but you know, this is just better now because of this glorious setup. And I now know the wisdom of Felix Zemdex. Now I can be like Felix, because Felix, now GAN's forcing him to use their new cubes that don't have this functionality. And while I'm using this glorious GAN Air SM that's just superior, Felix is stuck using GAN's new cubes, and GAN just decided not to incorporate this. And I'm gonna beat Felix. But, you know, afterwards, Felix is probably gonna get his act together, tell GAN that he needs to get a world record, and they'll let him use this again. But at least I'll have the world record for a time. And, yeah. Now, it is up to you, my subjects, to spread this knowledge and overall benefit the cubing community, increase times exponentially, and also get your own PBs and be glorious. Represent me well. And yeah, farewell, and let us go onward and conquer the cubing landscape.